Yo, what's good, y'all? Just getting off work, man. Y'all know how I get down. We doing these push-ups today. I'm finna get to it. I'm feeling good. It's been a long day. I had a rough morning. I'm gonna talk to y'all about it. But we finna get to it. Yeah, it feel good to be out here after a long day. Like I mentioned, I did have a rough morning, man. So this morning I wake up early. From taking my son to school, and I woke up late for work. I woke up at the time I was supposed to clock in at work, so I was already late on that. And then I get to work, I'm rushing. I drop my AirPods on the ground, and my door already locked with my keys on the seat, so my dumb ass slammed the door shut, picked my AirPods up, and I look in the window, and my keys and my lunch and all that was sitting on the chair, on the seat. I said, damn. I was pissed off. I was kind of down in the dumps, for like a quarter of the day about it. It's kind of irritated, but I thought to myself, like, man, it could be worse. It could be worse, It's millions of people on this planet right now that's going through some worse shit than that, you know what I'm saying? And it's not all bad, Luckily for me, I keep a spare key at home, so I had to wait until it got dropped off to me, but that's better than calling the locksmith paying $150. So that was my message to myself for the day, anti-I, it always can be worse, and try to like look on the bright side of things. It really sounds cliche, I know it do, but it's true, man. Like, they helped me get through it. It helped me. Every time I deal with some type of mishap or inconvenience in my life, I always think, it could be worse, man. And at least I got this, or at least I can do this, at least I got a way to solve it, When I was younger, man, I locked myself in my car so many times. I had to come off $150 so many times, man. So I think it's safe to say I learned my damn lesson. Keep a spare key and don't leave that motherfucker in your car. My dumb ass back in the day had a spare key, but I left it in the car. So, yeah, it was all good though. People going through way worse. Hey, everybody woke up today. Everybody watching this woke up today. God woke us up. God came through again. So with that, there's always a chance to make things better, So that's me. I try to keep a positive mind about stuff like that, about anything. Even when it get hard, I try to look on the bright side of things, And that helped me a lot. They used to piss me off hearing that when I was younger, but now that I'm a little older, I get it. It actually helps. Shit, my first set was a 90 ball, too. I ain't even peep. That's a PR on camera for y'all. A good 90 ball. Usually I do like 80. The first set was a 90, though. I had to count it out. I said, damn. I'm going dummy. Shit, real 8 mode, man. The scenery was hidden at this park, too. I like going to different parks, just checking out their scenery, you know what I'm saying? Just getting to change the scenery. I love that, especially when the leaves get to changing and shit. Yeah, I love that, you know what I'm saying? That should be fire to me. Just peaceful, Used to go to the gym, a lot. I still do, but I do this park thing a lot more now. Because all the loud noises and all that, it kind of bothers me. Everybody in there, everybody looking at you, you know what I'm saying? People passing you and all that. I ain't too keen on it, I like from time to time, but you don't catch me at this park, man, getting this money, man, most of the time, man. Getting this money going dummy, All right, y'all, something quick. Like 200 something, I think. Something quick. After work. Made sure I hit failure at least a couple times. Just to get that good stimulus on my shit. I'll holler at y'all later. I'm gonna show you what I got to eat tonight. Got home. I felt like the job was not finished. Like my boy Kobe said, job ain't finished. It's not finished. So I had to get y'all 50 more, man. I had to go dummy at the end of the day before I hopped in the shower and made me something to eat. And I know these short range push-ups don't look like much, but it's so much more contraction on all your muscles that's being activated. You don't believe me? Just try it out. Try to do as many as you can. Short range, man. Your muscles don't get no breaks. When you go up top, you get all break. Try it out. And I whipped up some ground turkey and rice, put some sugar-free barbecue sauce in it. It got the job done. GG's.